Welcome to the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats. The BIB Podcast is brought to you by the College of Southern Nevada's Small Business Entrepreneurship Development, powered by CSN Blackstone Launchpad. Are you ready to eat? Because this is where everybody eats. Welcome to the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats. Powered by Blackstone Launchpad here at the College of Southern Nevada. We are your hosts, Sean Torrey and Mr. Cordon Allen. What's up, baby?
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm doing well today. Feeling very energized, actually.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good.
What's the motion today? What's the kids we got
today? Something slight, just some orange and white babe stuff. Nothing crazy.
You taking me back to the
nothing
to
crazy.
the Pharrell,
Right? The Neptunes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nothing crazy though.
I ain't seen them babes in so long.
What you got on? What you got on?
I got the low top, the low ones, the
Yeah.
elephant print. Yeah, that's what I got going on for the day.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because just for you to know, good sir, brother Nick. One of the things we wanted to do for this new season, is season 3 of the PIB Podcast, we wanted to do business casual, but the shoot, and this is his rule. Every time we come in here, we wear sneakers, and it gotta be fly.
Gotta wear some heat though.
Gotta wear some heat. We see you got them nice little, got them thunder. You know what I'm
got
saying?
on the
Them
Thunder
fours.
Force.
I think we out here.
Come on, man. Let's see. That's how I knew we was coming right. We got a special guest in the building today. Today's episode is called New Era Athletics with the special guest. And I've known this gentleman for actually pretty much the majority of my life. His sister, friends with my mom forever. Mm-hmm. Grew up with each other. Went to Canyon for a little bit, but then he went to Gorman. And then I was, of course, talking trash back when I was playing football. Like, yeah, we're going to be Gorman. But that was just me being confident. I knew better, but I ain't know no better. But you got to have that. But this man right here was a beast. Somebody who went off to college, played football. Not only that, really, is when I talk about a man's man, this is a man's man right there, a brother's brother who really looks out for you. I remember just being young in high school, just trying to figure it out. And this guy right here was always someone who stayed true to him, and anything he did, he was passionate about. When it came to football, when it came to him transitioning from after playing college football to getting into fitness and training other kids and mentoring. And he had another business that he was doing that really blew up. That was really him who did it, that I knew, that I saw. And then now he's on his own doing New Era Athletics, still training kids out in the park, still seeing a lot of kids out who play currently still in college, right? Yes, some who went professionally as well, right, too? Yes, come on, man. And this gentleman right here, his name is Nick Lewis, community trainer, man. Let's give a round of applause to him
out there, man. Hey, first and foremost, thank you for having me, man.
Come on.
It's an honor. When you first hit me, I was like, man, it's time. Like, there's things that need to be said.
Yes.
You feel me? That people need to hear, but they got to catch it. You know what I mean? They can't hear me. They just really got to catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Especially because it's crazy because, like, we've known each other for years, but I always wanted to get you on here when things were, because when we first started the podcast, season 3, right, we were just getting stuff out the way. But when I brought you up here, I knew, I was like, man, this is somebody I always looked up to. And there's a lot of people who look up to different folks who are celebrities and all that. Bro's like literally probably a year older than me, right? Like graduated 08, 07. But I always looked up to him. Someone who knew who he was and stood on it. And was a great businessman too. But that's something I want to really get to the blueprint, because people need to hear your story, bro. And I felt it was necessary because someone who went to Bishop Gorman, I forgot to mention that. He went to Gorman like this young man here.
Shout out to the G.
Yes, sir.
Hey, salute y'all, man. And I knew that was something y'all were going to be able to connect on. But let's get into this first segment. This first segment is the blueprint. So you have your new business, New Era Athletics, but tell us the blueprint about how you started. When we think about the blueprint, we always think about the final one. Right. We don't think about the rough drafts. We don't think about what came before. So let people know, who is Nick Lewis? How did you get to New Era Las Vegas, New Era Athletics?
Yeah. All right, so what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Nick Lewis, a.k.a. Mr. Steal Your Pounds, whatever you guys want to call me.
Mr. Steal Your Pounds, that's right.
Whatever works for you, just don't disrespect me. No, but Where New Era Athletics like transpire from is when my son was first born, I started a clothing brand. For him to get the LLCs and everything like that, so I could just get something started. You know what I mean? Because you can always change the LLCs and everything like that. So I created New Era Hippies.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like just like a trippy brand, like just some modern day hippie stuff, tie dye stuff, just urban stuff, just swagged out stuff, big T-shirts, tie dye socks, shoes, all of that, like custom apparel.
Right.
Do like different types of tie dye. So once I branched out and done my own thing, I kind of like used that and turned it with the athletics because I was trying to figure out something to where I could still cater to the masses and just not the youth priority. Like you get what I'm saying? Because if I just go straight youth, then I got to dive all into that. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So if I went athletics and I can create something as a bigger hub and everything like that for the people, the community, and then on top of that, build the youth. Which are our future, you know what I mean? Right. That's kind of like the soul and the heart of the program, though, which is the youth, because that's something that I really love to like train and everything like that too. So, and just to see them grow, go from this to that, and see them get it and understand, like that just warms my heart like crazy. I feel like I did it. Like when they get there, and they walk across the college stadium and get their degree, I feel like I just graduated again and everything like that, you know? So it's like, I just get really excited for people understanding their like true potential. You know what I mean? So with that, that's kind of like where all that transpired. And then my logo's always been kind of like a lion. Mm-hmm. Like they always been my favorite, Simba, all of that. Like so, and then with kind of like Bob Marley, like what he represents, which is love, peace, happiness. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like if you got a heart like that, and you're pure, you put it together and you make New Era Athletics. So that's why I went with like the color schemes and everything like that. And then my slogan and my catchphrase and everything for that is to commit to a better you. You know what I mean? No matter what, no matter how, no matter what you're going through, whatever the case may be, you got to commit to a better you right there in that second, no matter what it is. Like, you know what I mean? And if we can get people to understand that they can be the best them, then we come together, we can be the best nation, you know? So it's kind of, it kind of runs hand in hand with the world as well. Because I don't want to just teach just fitness. I want to teach you how to live in life. Like, you know what I mean? How to love in life, because these people don't know how to, man. Like, you know, it's crazy.
No, because I think that's something that I was looking forward to you mentioning, because when I do talk to you, I get way more than fitness. Yeah. You hit on what you're putting into your body, what you're getting out. Mm-hmm. You talk about character, like all these things I always pick up every time I talk to you. I'm just like, man, you on a whole nother wave. Yeah. You're on a whole nother level when it comes to just the general mindset. Yeah, the athletics is just that's the face, I would say, but there's so much more layers to it. That's the catch, right? So what do you, let's even really back. You went to Gorman. Mm-hmm. You were part of the Kappa Leadership League. That was actually that chief who still he works here now. Former councilman, former commissioner Lawrence Weekly, who's now
what's good, man.
What's good, Chief Weekly. He's now the chief of diversity for CSN. Someone he's mentored you, Michael Garrett Bombay. Shout out to him. Joe. What are those elements that the Kappa League, Gorman, all those skills and lessons and wisdom they gave you? How did that help you along your football career till now? You training and doing the same thing to these other youth.
Well, kind of like. That was kind of like a foundation for me as well. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? It was like a brotherhood. Everybody come together, go through different things. You got to learn different creeds. You got to learn from Black National Anthem, the Greek alphabet. Like, we can go. I still know that to this day, and I'm 33. Like, you get what I'm saying? They put stuff and embed things. Never go out with a do-rag on and things like that for you to actually present yourself presentable for the world. Because at the end of the day, people of color, they say we already wake up judged. Like, you know what I mean? We don't want to give them any more to kind of like judge about, even though that's you and that's true, but carry yourself as a man, as a gentleman, as someone who's supposed to go out there and lead the way. They kind of like paved the way and sparked the vision on where I wanted to like go in life, like, you know, through coming together, making things happen, going through the hard times, the up times, the good times, the bad times, the ugly, rain, snow, heat waves, all of that. Right. Like, you know, they show you kind of like weather that and become the best you. Like, you know, And I'm forever thankful for the Kappa League with Joe Thorough, Bombay,
Oh man, salute to
Weeks, everybody. Like 4C, Ladies Choice, my whole phase. Like it's just something that just shows you how to be a man. Like like just the great characteristics of being a true man. Like, you know what I mean? Whether it's black, white, Asian, green, blue, alien, like, they show you like a true purpose to help you understand who you are and always stand on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And from there, I took it and I ran with it, So the difference with Gorman, of course, Catholic school, private school, totally opposite.
Right.
I think I was probably like one of the first people to actually cross over on a phase from Gorman, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think I was one of the first
Yeah.
to actually do that. And it was different because battling both, like, you know what I mean? You can see the stipulations and the standards that public school has and private school has. Like, you get what I'm saying? You can see how much Catholic schools really put into their education and actually can help further these kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whether basic high school or anything like that is going to give you the basic curriculum. Like, you know what I mean? And they're going to run it again next year.
Yeah.
And they're going to run it again next year and nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So you can, like, actually see how to dictate and where to go. Like, you know what I mean? So, little story. My freshman year, I was at Gorman, got sick. I got this like disorder called like ITP. It was like where my red blood cells attack my white blood cells. So I kind of like bled internally. So that's where I went to Canyon Springs, went there, was doing all my treatments and everything for a year because I couldn't do any physical activities or anything like that. Hit my head, I could bleed internally. I was bruised. It was definitely a journey,
Right.
And then from there, went to Canyon, bro. I don't think I studied for one test or anything like that because everything that I learned from Gorman that freshman year, I went in and I knew more than dang near the teacher. Man. And like, if I would have applied myself a little bit more, but I just felt like I knew it, like, you know what I mean? Maybe I could have furthered it.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? But once I went back, I was behind.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, now, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so now I got to play catch up, and then I had to go to summer school, do all that. And then I caught up, graduated and everything from there. And then, yeah, that's kind of like what happened.
Yeah. And what did those experiences help lead you to? Because you got you out, you graduated, played football, but then you came back home and I know you were part of Ace Fitness. You did that was great. But then New Era, you were doing a bunch of other stuff. But then New Era, how did those skills from there help you develop New Era athletics?
I think it was pretty much always there personally because I didn't really change nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Because if you stay true to yourself, like, you'll never lose what you got.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So if you understand your purpose and understand your strengths and your weaknesses, and the more you cater to that and the more you understand that, the vision gets a little bit clearer.
Yeah.
Like, because I look at it like this: in order to get somewhere in life, if you don't go through it, you can't go to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? So
I like that.
In order for you to really be successful, like, you're gonna go through those hard times.
Exactly.
Like, those hard times are what's gonna make you or break you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can either be out here broken, busted, and disgusted, or you can be out here really winning. Like, you know what I mean? Doing what you're supposed to be doing by just doing the right thing and being consistent with who you are. Like, they can't take that from you or anything like that.
Can't.
No one can take anything away from you on what you brought to the table or what God has got in store for you.
Yep.
Like, we all got different fingertips for a reason. Like, I can't do what you do, you can't do what I do, but together we can do the most.
We can do the most.
The masses, we can reach the masses. Like,
agree.
So a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people take it for granted and, like, are selfish. I look at it like that. Like, you know what I mean? And people aren't grateful for the people that they be around. Like, bro, I'm excited when I see people I seen from high school or just reconnecting. Man, what's going on with you now? Oh, you got your business, man. You know what? I'm shooting somebody your way, and man, I don't need no fee, no nothing, man. I didn't even know you fix cars. I didn't even know you create websites. You do this. Like, you feel me? Like, if people don't really understand and wake up, like, the people around us, bro, we could create like something really bigger if people can stop really being selfish and really, like, understand who you are, your true potential.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Your true gift. Like, you feel me?
Man, that's something I'm looking forward to we gonna dive in even more when we get to the
let's do
third
it.
segment. Because
Let's do
man,
it.
I got some questions for you, man.
Let's run it.
But what we gonna do? We gonna pass this on to Cordon for business on the fly.
Let's run it.
Business on the fly. We're gonna ask you some either or questions, and you pick one or the other.
Okay.
And then explain why. But if
Okay.
you, for whatever reason, can't choose one, you can plead the fifth. But you also have to explain why you plead the fifth. All right. So, you ready?
So you want me to be 6'9" and on that?
All right.
Yeah, we don't do that, man. We don't.
So
do
the
that.
first question is clean bulking or dirty bulking?
I plead the fifth.
Okay.
Because it's different. Everybody has different biogenetics. Like, you know what
Makes
I mean?
sense.
What works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for him.
Yeah.
So it's like some people can be like not to be like you're a skinny dude. Like, you know what I mean? You're a little bit slimmer. You could probably knock a whole pizza down, a fat burger, wake up and still have a 6-pack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody can go out here, eat a cheeseburger, and come back 23 pounds. Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? Like, it's just different. You know what I mean? But if I had to really choose, like, I would go a little bit more cleaner because with everything that's going on in today's food and what they're putting in, if we don't understand that, it's going to kill us from the inside out. Like,
Right.
you feel me? Like, nothing ever breaks from the outside in, it starts to deteriorate from the inside out. Like, you know, so if I had to choose, I would go clean. Like, you know what I mean? At least you know you're putting the proper stuff and you're understanding and you can see the difference, you can feel the difference and things like that rather than going to eat a cheeseburger and stuff like that. Because I've done it. I went to go hit some legs and chest or whatever, went to go get a double and it was good, but I felt sick afterwards rather than going to get something a little bit more healthy. So your body starts to tell you like, bro, like you need this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so.
Oh, you're right. Because listen, and that's part of what I'm looking forward to talking about after this segment.
Oh, yeah, let's run it. I got the whole regimen.
Oh, my question for you, training youth or training adults?
Ooh, man. I'm going to have to go with the youth, man, because they'll kill me. Like, my clients, they'll get over it. But the youngins, man, because just to see them grow, it's just, like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful seeing kids transform from a little kid to a young man to a grown man to doing things that I didn't do growing up. Like, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have a mentor like me to, hey, do this. Check this out, bro. This is how you do it. This is how you got to treat this as business. Like, people don't treat it as business. And that's why we on the bid, right? We got to let them know. You don't treat your moves like business, you feel me? Your business is going to show.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now you're going to be like, oh, wasn't a business? Nah, it's done. They wasn't making no money. It's out of here. It's a shoe store now. Like, you feel me? Like, nah. Like, so, yeah, once you treat it like business and you understand what it is, the youth to get it, man. And they catch on so quick. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, man.
Yeah. Next question is running or biking?
Ooh, I'm going with the running.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How come?
Because it's a full body exercise. Like, you know what I mean? You got to move your whole body, and then plus you're getting the best cardiovascular pump as you're going. And when I go running, I'm not doing like long distance. I rather like sprints, like do like 10, 100-yard sprints or 50-yard sprints, 40-yard sprint, whatever I'm feeling that day. Like, you know, whatever I can manage or whatever I can do. That's what I'll just go out there and just go to town, you know? Because some days you don't feel like doing nothing.
Nothing.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then again, you just got to drag yourself to get there.
Do something.
You feel me?
Even if
I'ma
you can't do the whole thing.
I'm going
you
to
know?
run 10 5-yard sprints and then I'm going to leave. I did something like, you
did
know what I
something.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you just got to make yourself do something that you don't want to do. So,
I went to the gym this morning, tired as dog, because
me
baby
too,
girl
but
kept
I've
me
been
up.
up since
But-
4. I already trained the
Stay
whole youth class and 2 clients, and I'm here.
And
So.
you here? See?
And I got 2
Thank
more
you.
after this. So
Dang.
we moving.
That's love, man.
moving.
See,
Yes, it's love,
that's a
for
testament.
sure.
That's a testament of what I was saying. How solid a brother you are, man. So I got you. CrossFit or weight training? I knew I was gonna hit you with these.
Man, you hitting me with all of these. This is like, I would go weight training.
Weight training, okay.
Yeah, but I like to, like, what I do, I like to incorporate the weight training into like a HIIT program.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Not necessarily too much CrossFit, but a little bit more like athletic movements that we do on a daily basis.
Gotcha.
From jumping to squatting to burpees are my favorite. Like, you know, so things like that to actually move your full body. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're not just in here working on your thighs or your biceps. Like, you're actually working on daily movement.
Yeah.
Pick this up, pick some laundry up, do this. Because people go down off picked up some laundry was too heavy and I hurt my back and go sit here and get surgery on the lower disc because you're not moving your body and stretching and moving correctly. Like,
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
I see what
So
you're saying.
it'll show around through your lifetime.
Gotcha.
You know,
Weightlifting or calisthenics?
weightlifting as a younger kid,
Okay.
like growing up, but calisthenics as you get older. Because you gotta understand, we ain't competing for nothing.
Not
Like I just want to feel good, look good naked. Like you know, it just go
For
from
sure.
there. Like
Yeah.
really what it is. You want to, oh, this shirt make me look good. I feel good. Like I feel loose. I'm limber. Like you know, all of that. Like you feel real great. Like
Yeah.
you know, off of doing some push-ups and pull-ups, core. Like because if you can't move yourself, then you can't move nobody else.
Right.
So,
Man.
you know, as you growing up as a young man and young lady, understand how that weight training works, and then transpire it into something that works for you and your life goals. You know, so
Yeah, that flew over a lot of people's heads. If
I
you
think it
can't
did.
move yourself, you cannot move anybody else.
I think that did flow
Yeah,
over folks'
it
head. That's a deep one.
That was a bar.
That's a bar. It was around.
we here.
No, and it's crazy because this next one, I've seen you in both elements, so I'm interested to see what you say. Private training or gym personal training?
Private training, you get a little bit more out of it because you're a little bit more personal.
Yeah,
Gym training, you kind of like did your own thing. Go follow this nice little regimen that somebody created for you. Like it's different because, like I said, some people are different. Some people need that. Right? Come on, let's go, let's push, let's you got this. Don't quit on me. You got a lap. Like you feel me? You gotta figure out how to break those barriers for somebody to do something that they don't know how.
Right,
Like
right.
you know, rather than somebody can go to the gym, they know how to squat, bench
Yeah.
press, curls, tricep extensions, jump squats, treadmill 10 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever the case, fasted carb. Like they know how to do all of that. But private training, you're going to really break it down with somebody because now you know this is their goal. You know that this is what they have to do to get there.
yeah,
If they don't get there, they're not doing A through Z.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? So they're not doing it. Now we got to distinguish where we going wrong at.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got these Snickers under your bed, or you late night eating.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
You're not consuming enough water. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't been to the gym, and this month you came to the gym 4 times this month. You sitting here asking for your money back because you didn't put in the
you
work.
better work. Yeah, yeah.
Can't work like that. You gotta understand this is a commitment. You don't commit to yourself. Somebody else is. Like, you feel me? Whether it's gonna be somebody coming saying you in debt, or they gonna commit to that debt. Like, you feel me? They gonna commit to everything that you don't need. They committing to that's gonna take you out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So wake up.
So leg day or arm day?
Whew, I like leg day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really like going here 5,000 pounds like these. I go in
Forget
there,
all that.
225,
Yeah.
315, deadlift, squats, like just my normal stuff. Feel good, be able to move it, like, you know, and then switch it with like some plyometrics, jump squats, jump lunges, things that like athletic mobility and things like that, bro. Like, feel real good.
Gotcha.
Thank you for that. Going into that. Thank you for one engaging in that.
Oh,
that was
for
fun.
sure.
That was
Be
fun.
here.
That was
That's
probably
what
the
it's
most
for.
fun business on the fly.
That
I've had
was.
so far.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Because I didn't surprise how you stuck. But we're going to go to the legend. And when the legend, if you ever look on a map or a blueprint, there's
Right.
like that square box that gives you the detail. Okay, this is what this represents. So we're going to go deeper because you said a few things, right, that I personally wanted to get to. Because when we talk about Blackstone, so Blackstone is a program he's a part of.
Okay, nice.
So it's across the colleges and universities where they have the opportunity to get connected with different entrepreneurs, and they really help them on an entrepreneurship journey while being in school.
Love.
So he graduated from CSN, but now he's about to go to UNLV, but he's a CSN Blackstone student. So yeah, he's the host on this show, and this is really about him and all these other students. There's a plethora of other students who work out, who want to do fitness. There's kids out here who like this. They want to be a sports medicine. They want to do these things, but
Do it.
it's I think it's the mindset of where to go.
Right.
Like like we stayed at Connect for years, so I've seen you go from working at what is EOS now, but was something else before. Then you went private, and then doing like seeing how successful
goals,
that is. And you still doing your thing. You still do
course.
private training.
Yeah, we here.
But what is something you would tell these students that they need to adapt into their daily routine? Because you don't just talk about fitness, you're on
Right.
nutrition too.
Yes, sir.
And you're big on that. So what is something you would tell our Blackstone students about their getting into who are interested in fitness, what would you tell them to pay attention to now?
A schedule.
Schedule.
Yeah, you got to be consistent with your schedule. Like, if I know what I'm doing tomorrow, then I know what time I'm working out. You know what I mean? If I know I got to be here at 10 o'clock, then I'm working out right after this meeting, or whatever. If I got my clients at this time, then I'm getting it in at this time. Or I'm making my schedule to where I'm getting it in at this time and doing what I have to do through the day and ending it with myself. Like, or starting with yourself. Like, you know what I mean? So figure out what you want. You know what I mean? Once you figure out what you want, I always tell them this. I operate kind of like on a 3 Ps.
3 Ps.
So you might want to be hip to this. So it's kind of like with the 3 Ps, you got to figure out what your purpose is, right? Mm-hmm. So once you figure out what your purpose is, you turn it into your passion. Mm. And once you figure out what your passion is, you turn it into a profit. You know what I mean? Like so if you operate on those 3 Ps and you understand that, then no matter whatever you do, if it's gaming, if it's being a pastor, if it's being an ice cream truck, like, you gotta have a purpose, a passion, and a profit behind it, or why do it? Like, right. You know what I mean?
Right.
You feel me? So if you can't understand that, then maybe you either gotta A, seek some help, figure out, try to find like a mentor, or find somebody who's somewhere, or somebody who does something that you wouldn't mind doing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that goes with identifying yourself first, where you want to go, where you want to take it, because if you understand it, you can go there. You know what I mean? Not saying there ain't gonna be no bumps and bruises in the road, but if you understand it, you can get there. You know what I mean? Long as you commit to yourself and the journey above. Like, you know, so make a schedule, man. Figure it out. Put the things that you need to do for yourself first.
Right.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. Everything else gonna come second, because if you can't operate, you can't do nothing else.
So we talked about like fitness and nutrition, but going into that, there's a mental strength that you have to have. What kind of things what kind of things do you do to prepare yourself mentally, and then like things that younger people can do as well?
I just do it. Yeah. Like, kind of like Nike is so very cliche, but man, like, when I don't want to do it, that's God telling you, get up and do it right now. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, right when you do it right now, you're going to feel so great.
Exactly.
You're going to be like, dang, I just knocked this out. You know what? Let me go ahead and get this rocking and rolling. You know what? I just found this book I needed to read that just related to what I'm going through. Like, you know what I mean? You might just pick up a shirt and say love. Like, you feel me? Maybe this is what I'm missing today. I'm going to call this person. I'm going to tell this person that I love them. Like, you know what I mean? Just do it. Like, don't let nothing take you out. Like, if you're doing that, to me, that's like a sign of weakness. Yeah. You sitting here saying you can't do something? You can't work out? Yeah. You can't eat right? Like, you know what I mean? You can't put gas in the car? You can't clean up after yourself? Like, you know what I mean? You can't fold the laundry that just got, like, it's only going to take a few seconds of your life. Like, you know what I mean? And if you can be consistent with the little things, and like I said, the masses and everything add up. You feel me? Because that's what business really operates on, the little things.
Yeah. Right.
Like, you feel me? And people forget that. It's the little things that operate. Like, you know?
And no, I think I'm glad you asked that, Cordon, because it is about that mindset. Because crazy part, because in college, working out was easy work, but I always had a poor diet. So not until now, I've had to, like, as of December, I finally got back into the gym like I always used to be, right? But
keep it up.
I'm back in the gym, but the part that's been the biggest struggle is that diet. And I remember having a convo with Nick, and I was like, "Yo, I lost 50 pounds, but I'm a big dude. Period. Like, it's just how I always, even when I was skinny, I was just a big guy, right? But Nick, like, one thing I appreciate about Nick is, like, he'll tell you, like, listen, this is, as much as you, like, it's great you work out, but we're getting older now, so look into this is what's here, the food here." And I'm like, damn. As a college student, I remember not thinking about that at all. I just went to the gym, did my thing. I was still in shape. I was still cool. But now,
eating whatever you want to,
right? Like, but now I'm getting ready to turn 33. I'm like, all right, man. That oatmeal cream pie really can't mess with, and I love oatmeal cream pies. But that's my weakness: gummy bears, oatmeal cream pies, gummy worms. Those three, killer. And now looking into it, like, dang, they use pork joint to wrap the gummy in sugar, and it's like, oh,
That's on toothpaste too.
toothpaste too. Yeah, I gotta get away from that. What would you tell? And I bring that up because I appreciated the convo we had a little bit ago when you was like, listen, bro, you need to look into this as far as food. What would you tell and I bring my personal up to bring up for these students because right now they eat whatever. Some folks are serious about
It'll
their
get you
nutrition,
later.
but
It'll get you later.
what do you think of what would you say
Jason.
to these young kids about their nutrition now?
Man, understand the food that you're intaking in your body. Like, don't just put stuff in your mouth and things like that because it look good. Like, understand that what it just got fried in, or understand where it come from.
Yeah.
Like, why does it look like this, or like something like that. Like, you feel me? Like, how does it operate with your body? Is it gonna go straight through you, or is it gonna sit? Because a lot of that stuff is meant to just stick and keep going and going and going. And some people have the opposite effect to where it just go right through you and they be cool.
Yeah.
Right? Just genetics, and that's just how it was built. Like, you know what I mean? Just God given, I guess. But there's people that just eat and just keep getting stuck. Like, because you're putting all these preservatives and all these different types of nutrients that aren't nutrients in your body, and pesticides and things like that. If you don't understand like what you're putting in your body, it'll catch up to you later.
Right.
So just understand what you're eating, understand where it's coming from, understand how it's made.
Yeah.
That's why it's like I don't really like eating everybody food like that, because you don't know what they was in there doing. They could have been in the bathtub marinating that whole barbecue for the block, that whole chicken in the bathtub in there getting clean with a little bit of lemon, talking about, oh, this gonna be good. Yeah, it's good, but look how it's prepared and prepped, and like, you know what I mean? Like that'll just make me want to like throw up.
Yeah.
Like that's my, like, bro, I love chicken. Like that's my thing. But like, as the past couple years, like, you can tell the difference on how the texture.
Oh, it's
look
just,
of
things
it.
are definitely like there's certain foods I don't eat because it's not the
do it,
same.
bro. I haven't
Not the
had
same.
meat in like, not even saying like I'm vegan. Like, I would eat it like depending on how it looks and things like that. But like, just the way that it looks, the way that it smells, and the texture when you open it, and how, like, bro, I'm not putting that in my body.
Yeah.
Go ahead, give me a little blueberry shake over here with some probiotics and some sea moss and some good protein, and I'll be good. Like, you know, let me get a few juices, some cherries, whatever the case may be, some pineapples, mangoes. I'll eat that. Like, you know, because you don't really gotta eat too much. Like, a lot of people, that's the biggest thing to me, overconsumption. A lot of people, like, it's cool to eat bad. Like, you know what I mean? And people can agree or disagree. But it's like, when you're over stuffing yourself with the wrong stuff, what you think it's gonna do? But if you have a nice little craving, like, bro, you can burn that off. You got a donut this week, bro, go run a mile, go run it off real quick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can tolerate those type of things as long as you understand. But if you don't understand that, you sitting here gardening, seeing all this food, just candy, everything down, blah blah blah, it's gonna catch up to
It's
you
gonna catch
later.
up to you, yeah.
Whether it goes to be fat or it's gonna be problems in the inside, in the internal. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of the stuff that they're putting in this food is very cancerous.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy how and people still doing it.
Yep.
People ain't hip to it until something happened. People ain't gonna believe in God until the tire fall off
That
the car.
part.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yep. That's true.
Oh, you gonna believe in God when your gas out of E and you gotta walk. Like, E stand for everybody walk. You know what I mean? You ain't do what you was supposed to do. Everybody finna be in here walking. Thanks
Everybody
to
walking.
you. You
That's
know what I
facts.
mean? Because you ain't handle business. So
Man.
yeah, man, diet is key, bro.
So, last question I have for you, and this is pertaining to your previous business ventures. You've had success in it, but like the way, and this is why, like I said it before at the very beginning, I've always looked up to you because no matter what
Appreciate it.
happens,
Thank
you're
you.
gonna be good. That's a different type of confidence. I'm glad I saw it early on because it made me think about, like, yeah, no matter what happens, Sean Torrey gonna be good.
Of course.
Right? So learn, because you had a business, didn't work out, you moved on, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why I bring it out is for the students to think about, because when they think something fails, they're like,
Nah,
they
that's the
take it to the
beginning.
world. What would you say to them about
Fail
that?
again.
Fail
Like,
again.
you know what I mean? To keep like, cause how you know what you got if everything just going all fine and dandy? Like, how you know if anything is even like you can fix or you can make better if it's just
If everything's perfect.
like, you know, if everything's just so perfect, then what if something go wrong? You ain't gonna be ready for that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
agree.
We was just talking about what, Call of Duty earlier.
Yeah.
on how,
prepares you.
so like on Call of Duty, it's just like you going out, you fighting other people and other teams and things like that. Like you gotta figure out how these fools move, where they go from the top to the bottom and here and everything like that. Like if you don't understand that, and you feel me, you can't attack your goals and the things that you want like that, bro. Like it's gonna be a hard journey.
Yeah.
Go work at Walmart or something if you're not ready to actually actually go out there and bump your head a few times and get bruised up. Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people, they get mad at me. Well, they don't really get mad at me. They just look at me kind of like weird. Like when my clients are going through something, or I'm glad you're going through that. Yeah. You about to bubble. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you don't crumble right now, like bro, like this is about to.
You right though.
Bro, you are gonna like, bro, you gonna remember this time. Be like, hey, coach. Yeah. We talked about this, and now look at me. You feel first round pick. I graduated. I want my kids to graduate with perfect credit score. Well, not even say perfect, like at least a 650, 700, which they're doing now. They got credit cards, they got banks, they got businesses. Bro, my kids that are in college right now, they all got LLCs. They know what they want to do. Right. Like you feel me? And they gonna do it, and I can't wait to see it.
You're very accurate on that, because I remember when I went through my divorce, I went to work out with you, and you was like, "Oh, I'm glad you're going through that." And but I knew what you meant. It was like, well, bro, you finna take off. And I didn't have the confidence, like in my normal self, to think that. But I want to publicly thank you.
Oh, man, for sure.
You was one of those, I went to the gym, and I was like, man, you know, I'm going through it. And you was like, I'll attack that in the gym. You're going to be straight. I'm glad you're going through it.
Stay consistent.
Because now, think like what? That was 6-7 years ago. And now, we here.
Yeah. And it's just the beginning. Still, we here right now. And the best is yet to come.
Man, we got more to do.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, it's going to be some big blessings and some big opportunities coming. I can feel it. I can see it. Like, you know, just got to stay consistent to what you want. As soon as you do that, bro, like, the world is yours.
Man, see, this is a great episode. Yeah, I'm glad I brought Bro on here. I'm glad because they can connect with you, especially these student athletes who are here at CSN, who don't get the opportunity to step away outside of it. And you've been there, you walked it. And I just want to thank you, man. And as we transition to the last segment, this is the happy hour. We're gonna take a toast to you.
Yeah, for sure.
And to us, just to success. Like, tell us something that's good going on, man. We got to take a toast.
Well, before we looking at, I just want to say one more thing. Yes, like with the kids, you keep saying like student athletes, like with how everything is going right now, like these kids are looking like, I'm gonna get an NIL deal. I'm the best. Like, no, like, bro, like even if you don't got an NIL deal right now, or if you don't got a scholarship right now, bro, do not stop working. Stay in the lab. Stay like and understand. Like you want to go to USC. Who's the head coach of USC? How many people did they graduate? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many people did they get to the league? Like, understand that so you can work towards that. Don't just I'm going here. I'm going to the gym. I'm doing this. Like, work towards where you want to go. And as soon as you understand that, bro, like I said, told you, the world is yours.
You're talking about the system.
The system.
Learning, like people.
Learn it.
You do the individual work, but you also need to know the game you're playing.
Exactly.
And like, if you don't know the game, then,
like I tell my receivers, you sitting here playing a DB, you should know what coverage a DB is going to be in by reading their defense. Like, you get what I'm saying? Or if they're disguising. Same thing for a DB. What formation are they in? Like, you feel me? How many people do we have over here? Are you robbing anything on the back? Like, you know what I mean? If you're not aware of those things, just like I seen I forgot who did it. It was a baseball player. It was like a pop fly. Went in the air, and it was supposed to be kind of like an easy catch. Yeah. And the dude didn't even run to first base, so he let it hit. Right? So he let it hit the ground, caught it, took the first pitchman out, like, so he had to run to second base. Yeah. But he was sitting at first base, so he let it hit the ground, threw it to first base.
An easy double
and
play.
then, so now it was an easy double play. He hit the first baseman, then threw it to the third, got to the double out just by him understanding the game.
Just waiting.
So he, instead of getting one out, he got two people out by just him being smart and understanding how the game goes. Yeah. Like, you feel me? If you understand how the game goes, man, like, the game gonna play for you.
That's a real. That's a real. That's a real right there.
Real.
I hope y'all know that's a real. We boom. He just dropped one. He got a couple, but that's a real good one. That's a real good one. Yeah. So what's going? Thank you for that, Nick.
Love.
Because you gave a lot of jewels that I know that we're gonna take away, and that our audience is gonna take away.
I hope I can reach one, teach one, man.
You definitely did.
That's what God wants, man.
Amen.
We gotta wake our people up, and our people is everybody. Like, you know what I mean? We ain't judging, we ain't doing none of that. Just do the right thing and commit to a better you, man, and it's gonna work out.
It's gonna work out.
Use love in everything that you do, man. Take the hate out your heart.
Come on.
Stop comparing.
Take the hate out your heart.
Stop
It
comparing.
ain't
Be
worth
you.
it. Takes more
Be
energy.
you, yes. Be you,
For
because
sure.
the people around you gonna love it.
Amen.
Trust me.
So what's one good thing we can toast to for you, good brother?
A great thing. Well,
That's happening.
there's a few things, man. I
Oh, go
wouldn't
go
even-
ahead.
Well,
Let
first,
us
the
know.
great thing, I woke up this morning. We can toast to that. So we
Amen.
here. Thank you, Jesus. You know what I mean. But other than that, man, just the business venture.
Yeah.
Like, because when you're in a business and everything, and you're like working basically like for like corporations and things like that, like they have the whole operation and everything done like on the back end. So actually understanding business and like breaking it down to what you can get, what you can do, this, that, and the third, it just sharpens you to be a better businessman and a better man at the end of the day. Because like if you don't move correctly and you don't follow these steps, then you can't achieve what you truly want. Like, you know what I mean? So you got to follow step A through C. Like, you know what I mean? Plan A, plan B, plan C. Like, so, cheers to the new business is about to start as soon as these grants and approvals go through on where I can actually have my location. So,
Okay, come on.
Hopefully before the new year, that, and I should be purchasing my house in January.
Come on.
So, son's birthday, he's 3 years old on September 7th. Like, you know,
Happy birthday to the young kid.
big, healthy man. Definitely my motivation right there. And, yeah, that just a toast to life, man, and toast to being here, man. Just here to have another opportunity to actually do something. Like, you know, I can actually wake up and stick to the plan and make something happen for generational wealth.
Come on.
Like, you know what I mean? Because I still want them to feel me when I ain't here.
Amen.
You know?
I was just
So,
talking about that. Just talking about that.
Yeah.
How about you, Cordy?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to going back to school.
Yeah.
Took a semester off.
Yeah.
After graduating from CSN, but now I'm going to UNLV. So
Yes, sir.
looking forward to that. Meeting new people, trying new things. Just always looking forward to what's next, you know?
Amen. For one, I'll say God be the glory for everything.
100%.
For us being here right now. I have a couple good things myself. So my wife, she's beautiful. She's doing wonderful. Her business is flourishing. My 3 daughters, my newest one, Jaslyn, is doing good. She's growing. Imani and Imar are doing great. On a personal note, like it makes me proud going home because like, they're looking at me like it's almost time. Like I'll be Dr. Tory in summer of 2024.
Let's go.
The first in the family to do it, and then my nonprofit's doing well. These young Black Kings are the young Black men I work with. Cordon being one of them, who I mentored since he was like 8th grade, 7th, 8th
Yeah,
grade.
it's been a while.
It's been a while rocking with you. To see you where you are, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You, Jabari, Issa, all y'all. My man Veda.
Shout out Veda.
Shout out Veda.
Shout out my brother Veda, man.
Because all my aspects are going well. Business is good. King of Jewels, we're about to do. We got some things coming on the rise.
Right.
Looking forward to that.
But I just want to say glory be to God because 6-7 years ago I was at a low point and I didn't know where I was gonna go. But I just turned to God and everything changed, a complete 180. And now I have I don't have just one thing. I have multiple.
Right.
But the biggest thing is what I'm really thankful for.
What's that?
I realized it's bigger than me. Like what I'm shooting for. Like every person we bring on this show, I just want them to pour into these youth because it's like, listen, I understand that I'm in the middle generation and I'm getting older, and it's time for y'all to take lead. Like this, see what's going on, but take lead, take it, please take it, because I'm getting old. But I'm not growing tired. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And as long as I'm able to keep growing in position, I'm gonna keep putting the little homies in position. So the youngers, well, all those old phrases, so that they can grow the right way.
Right.
You know, and that's been my biggest thing is putting my youngins in position for them to grow the way they're supposed to and not hold them back. I'm not gatekeeping, and I'm thankful. So that's what I'm thankful for. That I'm in position to where I'm not gatekeeping. I'm giving opportunities. So that's what I'm thankful for. So toast to y'all, man. Toast, gentlemen. Yeah. Mr. Steal Your Pounds. Mr. Steal Your Pounds. Tell the people where they can find you.
I'm everywhere. No, I'm just messing with
Hashtags, all that. Website, all that.
Hey, you could. No, I'm just messing. Hey, but what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Steer Pounds, Coach Nick, Uncle Nick, whatever you guys want to call me. But you can find me at New Era Athletics LV, or you can type in Mr. Steer Pounds on Instagram, internet, Google, whatever the case may be. I'll pop right up.
Appreciate you, good brother. Man, thank you so much again for coming on to the show. We deeply appreciate you. Cordon,
thank you for having me.
No, man, you did your thing on this show. You dropped some gems.
We gotta come back, man. Talk about some other stuff, man.
Oh, we definitely do.
I got some more.
For sure. I got some more. We gonna talk offline. I got some more.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about for sure.
For sure.
I just want to thank you for coming through. Thanks for dropping the jewels, dropping a bunch of game on not only us but the audience watching at home. And yeah, I'm glad you came through today.
Thank you.
One of my favorite episodes so far. For sure.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man. That's love.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So thank you again, sir. Oh yeah, definitely.
I love what y'all got going, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Hey, if y'all don't hurry up and hop on this podcast, man, and let the whole world know what y'all got going on, y'all sleeping, man.
You see,
Y'all
listen, he
sleeping,
did my job for me. That's what I'm talking about. Get that. No. Yes.
Let's go.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. See, on that note, this is the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats. We are your hosts, Sean Torrey and Cordon Allen, and we'll see y'all next time, man. Thank you, and shout out to Mr. Nick. We're gonna bring him back again.
Yeah, let's go.
Bring the kids too.